We need to ask you some questions about some physical evidence that pertains to the death of the 7 men. Salal Station.
Convention and the UNFCCC.
What do you know about him, Marty?
Not a lot. He could be a good detective. He's running on this thing, but, uppity.
I can do terrible things to people with impunity.
Single, no children, no dependents.
I have been a gearhead my whole life.
Alas, your too much love and care of me are heavy orisons against this poor wretch.
You're the one driving like an idiot.
He even intimated that maybe I was confessing to something.
You know what he did? Goes and visits Kelly Rita, sent her to a screaming fit.
The way things in the bayou get no press.
Evidence had accrued. It became apparent that Austin had implemented certain funds.
Misallocation departmental resources.
Something going for a while, casual. I did have something going for a while, this Filipino girl, but that didn't pan out. I did have something going for a while, this Filipino girl, but that didn't pan out.
We're getting engaged, I got a nicer ribbon. Seemed a bit raw bone to me, edgy. State CID. The man possessed by ungovernable rage.
Knees are braided, rug burns on her back.
Smart. Aloof.
Bound upright.
Keep thinking maybe it's the settings. Now it's good as new. Rounds to beat the band.
Will it be much longer? This thing hurts like the dickens.
I mean, he's a true blue kid.
I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it.
You will be timed on your effort and will accrue points for speedy completion.
Accrue as much time off as she can before the...
Oh, right. I hear these are quite the time suck.
Would not all that accrue directly to the value of the company?
Oh, and the icing on the Madeline will be the scientific accolades that accrue from the proper study of the Eden tree.
And I would take out education loans that don't accrue interest until your daughter's finished with her schooling, which should give you 4 years, 6 if she goes for her master's, to build up a nice little nest egg.
Dirk's a great kid, and I'm just trying to impart some of the experiences I've accrued to help him.
That I have accrued over this past season?
3 weeks vacation.
In his short time here, prisoner Minton has accrued an exemplary record.
Welcome to the set of H2O, filmed on Australia's Gold Coast.
This is your exclusive backstage pass into the world of H2O.
What is the chemical formula for water?
H2O!
X-ray?
Infrared. X-rays.
This is an X-ray technician.
I did an X-ray. That's the URL to their website.
I'm gonna destroy these blue-haired twats and steal my URL back.
You must have fished us when you went to that URL.
In ASL, the male sign is signed at the forehead area.
So, since ASL is an official language, does that mean that deafness is a culture?
I think I have a frog in my throat. I decided to jot down some quick thoughts about you people.
Or an icicle has snapped off his roof and impaled his brain.
Where does everyone think I am?
Rumors abound. We have...
Now, once you win on the lamb.
You guys can get out. I'm gonna soldier on a little bit.
Who's there?
KGB.
I've always subscribed to the idea that if you really want to impress your boss, you go in there and you do mediocre work.
U-G-L-Y! U-G-L-Y! You ain't got no alibi! Loaded companies like Dunder Mifflin are going to fall by the wayside.
Say we fill Michael's office with bees. My apiarist owes me a favor.
Does he do good work, or?
No, Jim, I use a bad apiarist.
Just to reiterate, none of us is going to say anything that might indicate we are going broke.
Sam's not a salesperson.
Yes, she is. At the Michael Scott Paper Company, in its heyday. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you some seed money. There you go. There's some seed money for you. And you can take it, no hard feelings.
You remember AJ?
There's a Quiznos on the turnpike. We will haggle about money. That is seriously going to impede my ability to hook up with your female relatives.
I know that it took me a little while to come around, and it's still a little weird to get used to, but...
His skin is so taut, I just want to know it.
Okay, I'm flummoxed.
Yeah, I
this crap. It's flummoxing, okay? I'm flummoxed.
When I'm high on painkillers, your voice isn't that shrill.
Mr. Laid-back Bruce Willis John Wayne has finally moseyed into work.
And if I see a comfy sofa, I like to flop on it.
So the only thing picky about me are my scabs. I think I have tetanus.
That's impossible. It's ingrained.
Yana was runner-up to Miss Universe this year.
I can't do this. It's getting raunchy.
You know, Danny, at this point, if you and I pooled our money together, we could buy Grease.
But if we refurbish it, take
Peter,
down the
I think
pole...
you should stick to thinking.
You're a grouchy bastard.
And it's okay to call a white person a deadbeat.
No, it's not.
Or uppity. And it's okay to call a white person a deadbeat.
No, it's not.
Or uppity.
Okay.
Or lazy.
Cliff, I should never have duped you. Cliff, I should never have duped you into a sexual text conversation.
We need to send a message that hate mongers like Shulman and associates will disappear like slavery and apartheid.
I tell edgy jokes sometimes, but people really like that. It's good for morale in this economy.
Come on, sing your raunchy song.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and I know it's crazy, so just humor me.
It was a valiant effort, but my girlfriends, they don't mix.
Rizzo, you want to dress up like Rizzo from Grease? That is demeaning, Danny.
There are a few stipulations, though, going forward. 1, no more making out with dudes. There are a few stipulations, though, going forward. 1, no more making out with dudes. 2, making out with chicks, case-by-case basis.
You tinker with my digital. Why would you do that? Okay, this is my ma. I gotta go.
Oh, the priest and a mother. We have hit pay dirt. Save that for next session. But for
This is from the Tousle Bar.
I've actually found it very gratifying dating a serious woman who challenges me to be my...
What? Are you crazy? We're not gonna run for it. We're gonna sit here and face the music.
Peter, I've written enough overwrought breakup scenes, so
I'm here, aren't I?
it seems a little OLD. Now you're watching QVC.
he's gonna put the cornucopia tile on the oven backsplash.
If you need me, I'm gonna catch a matinee of Wagner.
Ma?
If I could marry you, I would.
You stop being weird.
I was the woman who climaxed during her TSA pat-down.
Just put him in the manger, close to Jesus. It's so nice and snug.
Acid.
Of course.
So, Jeremy's quite taken with you.
And, I'll be so busy yammering away that you can have all the wings.
That I think you're really uninhibited.
Hey!
Oh, dear God. Sorry. Well, don't you look like the cat who ate the canary?
My SAT tutor is buying us dinner.
The UAE government...
Take that poster down forthwith. I got a little bit of PTSD from this song.
He is the preeminent water feature designer. I took the liberty of writing an apology down for you, so
You okay with AC?
You could turn this into the room every little boy's overbearing mom dreams of. Well, I usually just donate to the NAACP.
He wants to hire a doctor to shill for his midwife's practice. My brogue! She spat on my brogue! With no nurses, I've got thrice the workload.
I'm like Mary Poppins' hot OBGYN.
Kevin Smith. Really, all of your male husky celebrities.
To me, you'll always be a shrill, frenetic, histrionic person.
Is the president caving in?
We will not cave in.
You do me up. I'm gonna do me up. I'm gonna pop out. I'll pop the other one on.
Could you help do me up?
Here. Do me up, chicken. Miklo, come help me do me up.
Can we do me up? Yeah.
Your leases are undone. Do them up.
It's been done up and redecorated.
Like what? Do up his house.
That was exhilarating.
The tailor had to take mine in and let pennies out. Best day of my life. Well, it's important that all of our friends get to share this moment with us.
And then for years to come, you can tell others you had a front row seat to history.
Was Amy suspicious when they had to let your dress out?
I told them all they would rue the day. How is it going to make me look if the day finally comes and they're not filled with rue?
Sheldon, this isn't about ruing.
That's the 4th time she's been to the bathroom in the last 2 hours.
Here's the number of my tailor. He can let your wedding dress out.
And because half the population is not getting enough magnesium, this is going to lead to a really bad downstream effect in a lot of people, which is going to be depleted magnesium, which is bad on its own. And then also, once your magnesium is depleted, you can't actually use any more of that vitamin D you're supplementing. So you're out of magnesium, and then vitamin D won't even work anymore because of that. So then you get this double whammy of you're low on magnesium, and then you end up also low on vitamin D. In fact, some studies say that a major cause of...
In this video, we are going to take a look at if it is possible to let this dress out through the zipper. So we're going to reach inside, see if we have any seam allowance there, and then we're going to try to expand it a little. We're hoping to give this client about an extra inch of wiggle room. So let's take a look.
Welcome to Sewing Anastasia, and today we are going to let out a dress. I bought this dress thrifting and it's way too small on me, so I'm gonna show you how to make your dresses fit that no longer fit. So check it out. Definitely not zipping that up. So follow along and I'm gonna show you how to make your dress fit. Maybe you put on a little COVID weight, or maybe you found a super cute dress at the store on sale, but it just wasn't your size, but you had to have it. Like me on this dress, had to have it. It's like an 80s prom nightmare, but I love it. So let's let it out. If you're not in the waist. The first thing we need to determine is where are we gonna let out the dress? So first you need to know how much bigger do you need the dress. I need my dress to. Welcome to Sewing Anastasia, and today I'm gonna show you how to let out your dress and make it bigger. What? Did you even know that was a possibility? It's totally a possibility, and we are not going to be adding strips of fabric. We're going to be letting out some seams and some darts to make the dress bigger for you. This method will work awesome for you if you have darts, pleats, or gathers at your waist going up, and let's say the dress doesn't fit you in the waist, because right now my dress does not fit me in the waist. We need to make it 2 inches bigger, and we're going to do that by letting out some darts. If you're not
to come and try it on, but I can't even wait for her pictures to show you. You have been taught something that I've been taught over the years, which is you cannot let out a wedding dress more than 2 sizes, or a wedding dress can't be taken in more than 2 sizes and still look good. We've all been taught these things, and let me tell you, things have changed.
A common alteration that men and women often need to let out their pants, the waist of their pants. It's very easy. One of the ways you can know if you have enough fabric to do that is to open up the pant, and you're going to look in the back seam, and you can see that on these pants I have approximately 1 inch on each side, so 2 inches of fabric that I can let out. So taking these pants from presumably a 29-inch waist to a 31.
In this video, we are going to let out the waist on this suit pant. Taking in the waist is one thing on a pair of pants because you can kind of keep going in and in and in until it starts to mess with other, like the side pockets and areas of the pant. Letouts are different because we only have the fabric that we have. So the first thing we're gonna do is take a look at the center back seam.
My trousers shrank in the wash, so I let them down. My trousers shrank in the wash, so I let them down.
My trousers shrank in the wash, so I let them down. My trousers shrank in the wash, so I let them down.
Before it was someone else's money, but this is her own money she's running through.
I'd run through a huge amount of money, and I couldn't pay my fees. I'd run through a huge amount of money, and I couldn't pay my fees.
I'd run through a huge amount of money, and I couldn't pay my fees. I'd run through a huge amount of money, and I couldn't pay my fees.
I'd run through a huge amount of money, and I couldn't pay my fees.
I'd run through a huge amount of money, and I couldn't pay my fees. I'd run through a huge amount of money, and I couldn't pay my fees.
It took him just a few months to run through all the money his father left him.
It took him just a few months to run through all the money his father left him.
It took him just a few months to run through all the money his father left him.
It took him just a few months to run through all the money his father left him.
It took him just a few months to run through all the money his father left him. It took him just a few months to run through all the money his father left him.
It took him just a few months to run through all the money his father left him. It took him just a few months to run through all the money his father left him.
We've already run through all the money we needed for the month.
We've already run through all the money we needed for the month.
We've already run through all the money we needed for the month.
We've already run through all the money we needed for the month.
We've already run through all the money we needed for the month.
We've already run through all the money we needed for the month. We've already run through all the money we needed for the month.
We've already run through all the money we needed for the month. We've already run through all the money we needed for the month.
All right, chaps, some of you still haven't coughed up for your flights.
As soon as you got a job, you're going to be able to cough up some money to pay for the kids that you left me with, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, everybody cough up some green for the little lady.
If you win a house with someone in a golden kiwi, you know, the $500,000 job, and the other bloke didn't cough up, What would you do?
If he's willing to cough up $1,000 a claim, it's because he knows it's worth 5 times that much.
I'll cough up the money, Ellen.
When you cough up some cash, we can talk, okay?
How much would you be willing to cough up so that she doesn't see her father in a magazine getting sodomized by convicts?
Oh, break all those dishes.
$2 million.
Figure it out. He doesn't have the price of dinner, but he can cough up $2 million.
Everybody cough up a little money. Come on, come on. Show.
I'll help you square up the landlord and,
That's here in town, but I will repay you in due time.
Square up on me? Square up on me?
That all?
Well, I would appreciate it if you'd square up a few of my debts here in town, but I will repay you in due time.
No, you squared up on everything.
Wrap it up. I'll square with you later.
If you pay for both tickets now, I'll square up with you later.
If you pay for both tickets now, I'll square up with you later.
If you pay for both tickets now, I'll square up with you later.
If you pay for both tickets now, I'll square up with you later.
What's your least favorite thing about your assistant, i.e. me?
Could you lend me a couple of €100? I'll square up with you when I get my next paycheck. Could you lend me a couple of €100? I'll square up with you when I get my next paycheck.
Could you lend me a couple of €100? I'll square up with you when I get my next paycheck. Could you lend me a couple of €100? I'll square up with you when I get my next paycheck.
This kind of look like a buzzard.
Oh, man. We thought you were buzzard food.
Like, for example, that buzzard over there.
Safety from what, sir? Circling buzzard?
Well, they can smell carrion from miles away, which is what death smells like.
Flock of buzzards sitting on a fence discussing the price of carrion. Flock of buzzards sitting on a fence discussing the price of carrion.
Carrion and insects.
That's a good thing, especially if I ever have to eat you. Because vegetarians, they taste better than carrion eaters.
Moms and dads wailing.
Well, actually, banshees were folklore women whose wailing foretold death.
Yeah, we all will be if you don't quit wailing like that.
The black soil of Japan is filled with the wailing of so many Christians.
In Jerusalem, prayers at the Wailing Wall.
Studio's been like a wailing wall all morning.